Beerzerker here, what's going on? That was a bad one. Was it good? I don't know. So, Gulden Draak. This is officially the maybe highest ABV beer I've drunk. Or about to drunk. This is gonna get me drunk probably. Belgian beer, triple dark. The guy in the liquor store told me it was from the Dominican. But I think it's Belgian. And then my red wine glass here. Oh, it's dirty. It'll be okay. I didn't go too crazy there. Holy smokes, it smells like whiskey. It tastes like whiskey. Who would have guessed? Actually, it tastes like a Guinness mixed with a whiskey. It's pretty cool. I'm drinking a little bit colder than it recommends. Is it 8 degrees Celsius here in the bottle? Whew. Of course, it's going to be battle condition. The last of it will be some yeast pudding there. Starts smooth, but there's a lot of carbonation in it. It kind of gets that, you know. Smooth with a big edge in the middle. And the aftertaste is just like freaking. It's not quite like a whiskey. It's not like that powerful, but it's like a real mellowed down, creamy kind of whiskey. But this may be the same potency as Bailey's or something. Yeah, it's almost like a liqueur. The power range. Actually, it's kind of like a dessert too, an alcoholic dessert. Maybe take a bite of some cake or something with some rum on it or whatever. Wow, the aroma's awesome, and it's not right blacked out, but it's like a dark reddy brown. You can't see through it or nothing. A little bit extra frothy here. Where the hell would that have gone? Shit. Always losing my list. The most inopportune moments. So like, I'm sure there's hops in here. I can't really pick them out. Alcohol, definitely. There's a lot of booze in this beer. Sorry, I don't have any tunes because I gotta set up my audio a little better here, or it's just a thrashy nightmare. One thing is I can't stop. I can't get over the aroma of this beer. Is amazing, and like I keep just thinking of like I'm drinking liqueur almost. It's that powerful. And the finish lasts a long time, like the aftertaste. But there's not really. I don't think there's an aftertaste with this beer. It's pretty clean. Mouthfeel and the carbonation's a bit excessive. You know, like it's a bottle conditioned Belgian, so there's usually, with pretty well all of them I've tried, it's bottle conditioned foam explosion. It's got a killer edge to it at this temperature though. Just crisp, like a bottle of Coke. Oh. See what I can find for you here. What list here? Shit. Anywho. Any way you'll pick out any maltiness is the same way you'll pick out the malt in corn, whiskey. I don't think it's made with corn. It might be, I don't know, but it's kind of like that's where you're picking out the grains taste like whiskey grains, like tastes like rye or bourbon a lot. Scotch, right? That's where the maltiness, because of the high ABV in this beer, the maltiness, I'm just thinking whiskey. And then the creamy in the middle is like liqueur, like Bailey's or Kahlua or something. It's beer that's halfway to whiskey. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so yeah, it's got a great kind of aftertaste, if there is any. Like, it's kind of like I hate to refer to pop because I don't like pop, but it's kind of like Coca-Cola too. Almost acidic in that way. It's like dry. It all feels dry at the start and the middle. You know, the price, it was kind of expensive. This was $4.50 for this Belgian stubby here, 330 ml. But I'm not disappointed because I have bought a Belgian stubbies of this size, this style of beer bottle. I paid the same price and got beer that was like total shit. And this is pretty good. And I'm excited because I never had the dark. I'd heard about these as I researched Belgian beers, but all I ever got was blonde Belgian beers. So I went to a different liquor store. And I was like, oh, you know, what's the dark one? The 10.5%. This is I think it's I believe, I could be wrong, but this is the triple. And Duvel's a double. Is that how that works? And I can't read squat on this bottle. But I believe this is a style that I've heard people talk about, and I was always excited to try, and I really like this. I like this better than the Duvel, or actually pretty much any Belgian beer I've had, or Belgian style beer, and there's some good ones. But you gotta be ready for the Belgian. Someday you drink up the Belgian you had last week, and it's not as good to you. They're very complex and sensitive to your palate, so I just had a little bit of bite to eat before I snapped into this beer. Probably recommend having some powerful. This one's mellower. The Duvel, you almost need eat a chili pepper or something before you eat it because it's such a Colt 45 explosion. This is not like Cool 45. This is like It just reminds me of all the times I drank liqueur like Sambuca or Kahlua or Bailey's. You know, there's no licorice in here. Well, you pick up some spice notes, right? Trying to I don't know. I'm not good at associating the spices, I guess. Maybe there's licorice notes. I don't know. Sorry, this is such a piss poor review. This is a whole new beer experience for me, though, and I do like it. I highly recommend it. This is my first beer of the evening, and it's a 10.5%, and my palate is absorbing it, and I'm dealing with it, and it's tasting good. So that's a bonus. Wow, that's a. Now we're gonna drink the yeast cake here and see how that is. Eh? All right. There's so much in there. Probably could have got the whole thing in one pour. Oh, the yeast is awesome. Swirl down. Well, I'm sure there's some kind of spice note that someone else could refer to in here. And the aroma, I'm just not mentally putting the whole picture together right now. That's great. I just think, look here, the whole time I'm drinking this. Look here, a bit of whiskey. It's sort of beer-like, but to me this is pretty far off from the beer I'm used to drinking. Eh? Like, I don't drink a lot of Belgian. I'm starting to drink a lot more Belgians, but Belgian beers they're a whole nother type of beer. A great aroma. The aroma is just, you can't get enough of it. They should make a car air freshener that smells like Gulden Draak, and the cop will pull you over. Right? Have you been drinking? No. Bullshit. This car smells like whiskey and liqueur. But it's so good. That's a creamy head. I'm sure if I poured it with a little more vigor, there'd be some more lacing on here and everything, and a little more foam than what I had. I think that this is a damn good beer. I can't see it getting a whole lot better. I mean, for the style that they're doing, and this is the only one I've had, it's just a really good. I'm excited about this whole style now. They're doing wonders for their category here. If that's a proper representation of this style, I'm really liking this beer. So they're doing a good job. So I don't know. The only negative thing I could think of is the bottle conditioning, and that's really hard to get real perfect or whatever. And all the Belgian beers are the same, so I don't know if I can talk in points on the foam. And a little bit of excessive carbonation, which also, that excessive carbonation also brings out the aroma that I was enjoying so much throughout that whole beer. So the carbonation's bringing out the smell, and the beer was great to the last drop. It didn't disintegrate. It got better, and actually, as I poured the yeast cake in, it made it more creamy and better. So as the beer warmed up, I think it was getting better. That's really are good signs. So I'm gonna have to 11 out of 11 this beer. I'm gonna have to Spinal Tap it. My reviews go to 11. I'll go to turn it all this way, but really, you there in backwards land. Dials go to 11. Spinal Tap them so they taste better. 11 out of 11. Deal with it.